All right. So I'm going to start my talk by recalling the moment that we had during 11 March 2011. So I know it's not really a good memory to be remembered with, but I think it is important to relate what we have in current situation to its history. So on Friday, 11 March 2011, right, on 2:46 p.m., a powerful magnitude 9.0 earthquake has struck East Japan. So Japan is located in the earthquake region, so small to medium scale of earthquake is frequently happen here. But nobody actually has ever felt this kind of big, powerful earthquake before. So after it lasts for 6 minutes, you can see this kind of sight all around Tokyo. People evacuating from building with a very terrified looks. And if you were on TV that day, 40 minutes after that, a big fire has been reported in one of the oil refinery in Chiba. So this just marked the start of an energy crisis. And right when the viewers starts to panic, it's not ended yet, the tsunami wave swept Tohoku region. When I first saw this clip, I almost cannot believe that this is not another Hollywood sci-fi movie scene, but it is actually a reality. So, and the day was really long that day. It wasn't ended yet. Later news reported about the possibility of nuclear meltdown in Fukushima, and this tragedy is still ongoing and haunting all of us until today, after 8 months since the March 11 earthquake. So, March 11 is not just a powerful 9.0 earthquake, but it also has ongoing effect and consequences to its future of Japan. One of it is the energy problem. So it's one of the most advanced nation in the world. Japan is a nation of huge electricity user, as most of the things here use electric. So, and everyone knows that Japan is an island country that lack of fossil fuel resources. So this country need to import them from overseas to generate electricity. 27% of electricity is produced by coal, and another 26% from gas. Another 24% from nuclear, 13% from oil, and the remaining 8% is from hydroelectric. So, following Fukushima Daiichi tragedy, the government decided to suspend the operation of some nuclear power plants due to safety reason. Thus, this 24% of electricity supply of Japan has been taken away. And to make the problem more complicated, the west part of Japan is not able to support the demand from the east side because the national electricity grid between west and east of Japan doesn't have the same frequency. So how are we going to solve this problem? We need a lot of electricity to make things work here in Japan, from factory, from live telecast, and trains, pachiko palace, game centers. So it seems that the ideal quick solution is to reduce the demand because of lack of energy resources. So the government has introduced the Setsudan, or the Saving Electricity campaign last summer, to reduce the country's electricity consumption. So in this campaign, the government has listed 4 electrical appliances in our home that can reduce a lot of electricity, which first is the aircon heaters. Oops. Refrigerators, lighting, and TV. It is undeniable that we can save a lot of electricity by not using these appliances, but in most situations, we need to turn and switch these appliances on. Like for example, a refrigerator. We need them to store our foods. And if we turn off the electricity, our food will be spoiled. So what else can be used to reduce our electricity consumption? Some people actually don't realize that small things can really make a big difference. And one example is actually coming from the place that we visit frequently every day, which is the toilet. One cannot deny the fact that Japan is so technologically advanced. Even the toilet here is electrified. It's not the same in other places in the world. So the Japanese toilet, often people call it the washlet, has several functions that comfort us when we do, what we do in the toilet. So, and one of them is the butt warmer, which heat up the toilet seat, especially during winter. So what many of us don't realize that those butt warmers consume 4% of total electricity consumption. This is actually quite a big number because considering its function is only to heat up your butt. So, and 70% of Japanese homes have them. So you can imagine how much electricity can be reduced if all 70% of Japanese home toilet unplug this function and use more traditional way to warm up the toilet seat, like for example using this seat cover, or close the lid to conserve the heat. And research also has shown that unplugging butt warmers, you can save about 35 kilowatt hour per year. And you might wonder, can 35 kilowatt make any difference anyway? So the answer is of course yes. And do you know that 35 kilowatt is one of the small wind turbine capacity? And 35 kilowatt also is a typical electric vehicle battery pack that give much energy to the wheels as about 4 gallons of gasoline. So just by unplugging your toilet seat heater, so you might somehow light up a home or move a car. So as a conclusion today, what we as youth can do to contribute to the future of Japan is not entirely a heavy or complicated idea, but might come from small little things like unplugging your butt warmers. So, okay, here's the deal. Who's here would like to contribute to the future of Japan? Raise your hand. Woo! Great. Okay, so here's the deal. What I'm going to ask you to do is, please read out aloud what's printed out in the screen after this. All right. So this winter, warm your butt in a more natural way, please. Thank you.